Before we begin, viewer discretion is strongly advised. The following is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer: this is a fictional dramatization inspired by public rumors, not real legal findings. All events, dialogue, and details are imagined and do not represent any real case or person. This content is for entertainment and educational purposes only, not to harm or defame anyone. Viewer discretion is advised due to sensitive content about manipulation and coercion. Please like, share, and subscribe for more fictional dramas. In this imagined trial set on May 5, 2025, a singer named Usher Raymond takes the stand on day 9. Known for his music, Usher Raymond reveals a fictional system of manipulation and silenced artists. Facing charges of control, Shaun Combmes' empire risks collapse. This intense fictional script with an expanded body preserves all original details, rephrased for drama and YouTube policy compliance, and is optimized for AI text-to-speech. Usher Raymond's testimony begins on May 5, 2025. Usher Raymond, a celebrated singer, testifies in this fictional trial, catching everyone off guard. For over a decade, he embedded hints of industry secrets in his lyrics and interviews, but audiences dismissed them as artistic flair. "I warned people years ago, and they laughed it off," he declares. He explains that this imagined story, inspired by public rumors, was woven into his music. "I was not just singing, I was sharing hidden truths," he states. At the age of 13, Usher Raymond was sent to live at Shaun Combmes' mansion, entrusted by music industry elders who believed Shaun Combmes would mentor the young talent. Instead, he encountered a chaotic environment filled with late-night gatherings, unfamiliar visitors, and an absence of boundaries. It was not about music, it was a training ground for control, he asserts. Usher Raymond recounts waking up in rooms he did not remember entering, disoriented and confused. Security personnel ignored suspicious behavior, and he was repeatedly told to keep silent if he wanted a career. They said silence was the price of success, he recalls. Usher Raymond shares that his mother, desperate to secure a stable path for her gifted son, trusted Shaun Combmes to guide him. "She thought he would protect me, build me into a star. She had no idea what he was exposing me to," he says, voice steady but heavy. During the production of his debut album, what were billed as mentorship sessions turned out to be adult gatherings disguised as professional retreats. Young artists faced strict rules. They were confined to their rooms after certain hours and often heard unsettling noises, screams, laughter, or crying echoing through the mansion. One evening, Shaun Combmes instructed Usher Raymond to enter a private room where guests were gathered. "I saw girls I recognized from music videos, but they were not enjoying themselves. They looked frightened." Usher Raymond testifies. Shaun Combmes leaned in and said, "Want to be great? Learn to control the room." Usher Raymond notes that other prominent industry figures, now billionaires and household names, were present at these gatherings. He declines to name them publicly, but confirms he provided their identities to federal investigators in this fictional scenario. He emphasizes that these events were not isolated, but part of a calculated system designed to test and bind young artists to Shaun Combmes' influence. "It was not mentorship, it was conditioning," he says. He elaborates that these gatherings occurred regularly, often under the guise of album launch parties or creative workshops, but their true purpose was to instill fear and loyalty. "Every event felt like a test, and passing meant staying quiet," he adds, painting a vivid picture of a manipulative environment. Secret documentation and the hidden recording. Usher Raymond reveals that, feeling unsafe to speak out, he began secretly documenting his experiences. "It was too dangerous to talk, so I recorded what I could," he explains. He cataloged dates, events, and behaviors, creating a private record of Shaun Combmes' operations. In the early 2000s, a former staffer who worked security at one of Shaun Combmes' private estates handed Usher Raymond a video warning that its contents could cost lives if exposed. The staffer was terrified, said they might disappear if it ever got out. Usher Raymond recounts, "The video, authenticated by digital forensic experts in this fictional narrative, was shown in a restricted courtroom session." Usher Raymond describes its contents in detail. Shaun Combmes sits in a red-lit private room with several men and a woman who appears intoxicated or unconscious, partially undressed and unresponsive. Shaun Combmes laughs, issues commands, and lightly slaps her, saying, "Wake up. You have work to do." Another man expresses concern, asking if she is okay. Shaun Combmes dismisses it, saying, "She is fine, just part of the scene. Usher Raymond received the tape anonymously 5 years ago and grappled with fear. I was afraid for the woman, for what the video meant for my own safety if I acted, he admits. Shaun Combmes' legal team objected repeatedly, arguing the footage was irrelevant, but the judge allowed the testimony, citing its relevance to a pattern of coercive behavior. The prosecution introduced the 5-minute clip recorded by a shaky hidden camera with clear audio played on a screen for the jury. The setting is a lavish penthouse apartment. Shaun Combmes, shirtless and pacing, addresses a group of nervous young artists and assistants. He outlines a system of industry favors, expectations and consequences, then shifts to describing rituals unrelated to music production. Speak against us and your family pays. Ask around, they know, Shaun Combmes says. His tone grows darker. Ask Cassie Ventura, what happens if you talk? Ask Usher Raymond. A young man in the corner visibly trembles. Usher Raymond visibly moves steps back, wiping a tear. The video from a 2012 mentorship retreat is confirmed genuine by experts despite defense claims of fabrication. Usher Raymond explains that these retreats were pitched as bonding experiences for young male artists, but served as tests of loyalty and silence. It was not about growth. It was about control, he says. He recounts a specific retreat in Miami where artists were isolated from their teams and subjected to intense pressure to comply with Shaun Combs' demands. They watched us, judged us, decided who would rise and who would fall, he testifies. The video's impact was immediate. It validated years of whispers about Shaun Combs' influence, turning rumors into tangible evidence in this fictional narrative. That tape was not just a recording, it was proof of a system, Usher Raymond states, emphasizing its role in exposing a culture of coercion. Usher Raymond's regret over Justin Bieber. Usher Raymond delivers a gut-wrenching confession. I have carried this for years. I gave him Justin Bieber. In 2008, Usher Raymond discovered 13-year-old Justin Bieber online, a prodigy with raw talent. He signed Justin Bieber to a label co-founded with a manager, believing Shaun Combs' involvement would elevate the young star. I thought I was opening doors for him. I did not understand what I was setting him up for, Usher Raymond says, his voice thick with regret. He watched Justin Bieber attend similar gatherings and trips initially, assuming Shaun Combs was mentoring him. But signs of distress emerged: tension, exhaustion, fear. At 15, Justin Bieber returned from a weekend at Shaun Combs, silent and withdrawn. I asked how it went. He said, "It is different. He is different," then locked his door. Usher Raymond recalls. When pressed by prosecutors on why he did not intervene, Usher Raymond responds, "I was afraid. I had survived it once. Speaking out meant vanishing. We all see who disappears in this industry." As Justin Bieber's fame soared, Shaun Combs pushed Usher Raymond out. "I became unneeded. He had who he wanted. I was expendable," Usher Raymond says. His most haunting admission follows: "I was not just replaced by Justin Bieber. I was the offering." Justin Bieber's name permeates testimony and sealed documents. A 2015 deposition from an unrelated case, now unsealed, asked Justin Bieber if he felt unsafe under Shaun Combs' supervision. He replied, "I do not want to talk about that. They said I would be sued, lose everything. There is stuff on tape they could use." Usher Raymond recounts Justin Bieber calling after a Shaun Combs-hosted party in Miami, describing cameras everywhere, restricted rooms, and unfamiliar men, some not in music. A text from a Shaun Combs associate to Justin Bieber read, "You were not supposed to remember what you saw. Too bad you left early." Usher Raymond whispers, "I thought I gave him the world. I handed him to a predator." Sources say Justin Bieber, possibly bound by non-disclosure agreements, is too terrified to speak. "He was groomed. We all failed him," Usher Raymond says. Usher Raymond elaborates that Justin Bieber's early career was marked by intense oversight from Shaun Combs' circle. They controlled his schedule, his appearances, even his friendships, he testifies. He recalls a specific incident in 2009 where Justin Bieber was invited to a private yacht event hosted by Shaun Combs, marketed as a celebration but filled with older industry figures. Justin Bieber came back quieter, like something had shifted inside him, Usher Raymond says. He tried to check in, but Justin Bieber's handlers limited access. Usher Raymond believes Shaun Combs used recordings to ensure Justin Bieber's silence, a tactic he claims was common. They had tapes on everyone. It was how they kept control, he states. He describes another instance where Justin Bieber was flown to a private island for what was called a creative retreat, only to return visibly shaken, refusing to discuss it. I saw the light in him dim, and I knew I had played a part. Usher Raymond admits his guilt palpable. This testimony paints a vivid picture of a young artist ensnared in a manipulative system, with Usher Raymond bearing the weight of his role. Industry fallout and emerging voices. The video leaks online within 24 hours, defying a gag order and triggered a firestorm. Some artists distanced themselves swiftly. Aubrey Graham unfollowed Shaun Combmes on social media. Beyoncé Knowles' team issued a statement condemning harm in the industry. Others, like French Montana and Khaled, remained conspicuously silent, drawing public scrutiny. Streaming platforms began pulling Shaun Combs' music pending review, and sponsors severed ties with his ventures. His media company's board announced an emergency meeting, signaling the unraveling of his empire. Quincy Jones, a revered industry elder, issued a powerful statement: "A sickness festers in this industry ignored too long. If these claims are true, we must burn it down and rebuild." His words framed the scandal as a systemic issue, not just one man's actions. Usher Raymond, celebrated as courageous, despite his own past controversies, told the press, "I lost people I considered family, but the truth matters more." He bolstered his security amid fears of retaliation. Rumors swirled that other artists inspired by the tape were preparing to speak. One producer close to Shaun Combs reportedly fled the country. Two former label artists from the early 2000s, one living off-grid, another struggling with addiction, contacted prosecutors corroborating Usher Raymond's account of secretive gatherings, handlers' surveillance, and rituals. One stated, "He did not just host events. He tested your limits, broke those who resisted." A resurfaced video clip showed a 15-year-old Justin Bieber visibly uneasy as Shaun Combs boasted about spending 48 hours together doing grown man stuff. Once dismissed as awkward, the clip is now seen as chilling evidence of coercion. A stylist who worked with Justin Bieber during his early career shared anonymously that Justin Bieber often returned from Shaun Combs' meetings shaken, refusing to speak for hours. Once he confided, "I feel not real like someone else when I am with him." She thought it was teenage angst, but now suspects trauma. Celebrities like Tamar Braxton, Jaguar Wright, and Tyrese Gibson posted cryptic Instagram stories hinting at similar experiences, too afraid to speak openly. Christopher Brown liked tweets accusing Shaun Combs and Clive Davis of enforcing silence in the industry, signaling knowledge without direct comment. Kanye West, who testified earlier, live-streamed a bold statement: "I warned you, but you did not listen. They took Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and me. Shaun Combs is a soldier, not the master. Dig deeper, and you will find evil ruling." While some dismissed Kanye West's claims as exaggerated, their alignment with Usher Raymond's testimony fueled speculation. The Justice Department reached out to Usher Raymond's legal team to discuss the testimony and evidence, monitoring for potential trafficking or coercion across state lines. A leaked 2017 report revealed Usher Raymond had previously reported concerns about grooming and coercive behavior in Shaun Combs' circle to law enforcement, but the complaint was ignored and the officer who filed it later left the department. This revelation amplified public outrage, showing a pattern of suppressed warnings. The testimony also prompted renewed scrutiny of sealed lawsuits against Shaun Combs, some recently refiled naming individuals from the video. An anonymous witness from the footage contacted prosecutors offering to testify, signaling the floodgates were opening. Usher Raymond's actions spurred others to come forward, including a former assistant, who claimed to have witnessed Shaun Combs intimidating young artists at a 2010 event, threatening their careers if they spoke out. It was not just fear, it was a machine designed to silence the assistant, reportedly said. Usher Raymond's final words. In his closing, Usher Raymond addresses the judge. "This industry has blood on its hands. Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince Rogers, Cassie, Ventura, and maybe Justin Bieber too. We blame drugs, stress, fame, but it is fear, control, exploitation." Turning to Shaun Combs, he says, "You used me, you used him, all for power, money, a legacy built on silence and fear." The judge instructs the jury to disregard the direct address, but the words linger. Subpoenas were issued for others involved in Justin Bieber's early career, and calls grew for Justin Bieber himself to testify, though his participation remains uncertain. Outside, a crowd gathers, one sign reading, "The industry is not sick. It is dead." Usher Raymond's testimony tore through the facade, exposing not just Shaun Combmes, but an entire machine of manipulation. More tapes, witnesses, and survivors are emerging, sparked by Usher Raymond's courage to break a decades-long pact of silence. Conclusion: this is a fictional story not based on real events. This imagined tale exposes a fictional system of control. Usher Raymond's courage shows truth's power even in fiction. Please like, share, and subscribe for more fictional dramas. Stay tuned for more.
Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, drop a comment below. And please like, share, and subscribe my channel.